Ethan, what's your backlog?
Hi! So I had a couple of different options. I technically had 5 different options I could have done.
Throw that backlog at me. Yeah.
I had actually 5.
Dump on the backlog. Yeah, dump it all on. Don't actually. Don't.
All right, we'll just go through all of them, long form. So,
give me. Can I know the 4 that are not going to be talked about?
Obviously, with 2019 rolling and not a lot of having to wait for actual films to come out, I had a lot of time to sit around and watch old movies, old classics. I saw, for instance, I saw Hollow Triumph, the 1948 film that's like a neo-noir, not neo-noir, just original noir, because it's old. It's got the same dude from Casablanca in it, and it was just fine. I also saw Inequality for All, which is a documentary all about income inequality by Robert Reich, and it was exactly as expected. So I didn't have anything to say about it. I also watched The Master, which you already talked about on it, and it was good. That's it. Not much to say on that one either. I guess I have 6 movies I could have chosen. I have 2 other ones that are going to stay a secret, because we're going to talk about them on a mini episode eventually. But that's a secret. Shh, you can't know about them. So the one that I saw that I would like to review.
I didn't know we could intro all the movies that we didn't pick for our backlog that we had seen. So the one that
honestly,
I saw,
episode needs to be longer. Give me a few.
The one that I saw that I did not talk about on this was The Parallax View, which is a Alan J. Pakula film.
Nailed it one.
Continue though. What's your one? And then
so the film that I saw that I wanted to talk about is because I don't know how to describe it quite yet. It's very strange. It's a 2013 Russian science fiction film called Hard to Be a God.
Oh fuck, dude! I totally forgot you saw this. Yes.
It's so I'm gonna read 2 sections of Letterboxd reviews that are very similar. So on this one, it talks about how it keeps constructing formally complex Steadicam shots that navigate impressively cluttered and decrepit sets populated by grotesques, and while any given few minutes is visually striking, so that's one, right? This other one says, if you're ready for 3 hours of floundering in filth, stagger stumbling through the muck and mere shitscape. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about those is they're basically said the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. One is a 5-star review and one is a 1.5-star review.
Is the second one the 1.5?
The second one is the 5-star one.
Is the 5-star really? Holy shit! Wow.
Plot. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Basically, you have a planet that is similar to Earth, that is not Earth, that basically what would have happened if at the time we were about to reach the Renaissance, all intellectualism was met with death. Just society decided to kill all intellectuals for generations. Then you get Hard to Be a God, which is one of the most impressive set design and production work I've ever seen in any film ever. Everything is disgusting. Not in terms of that's hard to watch, it's too dark of a topic, but more of literally just everything's covered in shit and mucus. The camera bumps into things, things will just get in the camera's face, so to say. People will just go up to the camera and blow snot straight out of their nose onto the lens. As you're kind of moving around, there's this thick fog that encompasses everything. It's so you know how there are some films where it's oh, you need a shower after watching this film. This is a film that you got to shower before, during, and after. You just need to constantly be cleansing yourself because it is the most. It gets right underneath your skin and you feel every piece of dirt under your fingernails and everything just feels greasy and slimy. And you know what Adam Sandler looked like in Uncut Gems? What if that was the whole planet? And that's Hard to Be a God. It's insane. I really couldn't tell you what all happens.
I'm a
in
little
the movie.
confused here. If you liked it, did you? Like
I really liked it.
Really?
And that's because I love movies that are hard to comprehend for me. Because I watch movies like Downhill, which are so drained of complexity and devoid of all personality. To see something that
final
is
shot with the snow falling between the couple
Cool.
wasn't hard to dissect.
What does it mean?
I'm sorry. That annoyed me so much.
But to have a film that is all expression is so relieving. But it also, like, this specific one, you know how, like, when you have a, like, clogged up nose and, like, a whole bunch of mucus in your head, it's like, man, I don't know what it felt like to have a clear, perfectly functioning throat and that nasal system, you know? I started the film with, like, a clear head and, like, all my fluids were working as intended. And at the end, I was, like, congested and bloated. And, like, boils popped up on my body? How'd that happen?
So, are you recommending this or are you not recommending this?
I loved it. But it's not for everyone. There is one part where there's just a man holding 2 chicken legs up in front of the camera and he's just clapping them together as, like, a dialogue scene is happening. It's wild. Like, Hard to Be a God is so fucking weird, and I love it immensely. Before you lies 3 options. In one box, weekly mini episodes. In another box, reviews and snippets from the full monthly show. And what's that in the circle? David, tell them what they can win.
A lifetime subscription to Featurecast.
What's better than that, baby?